Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is from SoftCHEESE. And here we are, back in Dark Souls Remastered. Gonna show you some more little cheesy things you can do as we play through this game. In the last one we did we got some Firekeeper souls that were easy to get, so now we have +3 in our Estus Flask. We killed the Stray Demon, and a few other things. Go check it out. In this one, before we leave this area, I want to get a few very useful items that are going to help us in the future. So what I want you to do here is talk to Alvina, join the Forest Hunter Covenant. That will make it to where Shiva and Shiva's bodyguard will appear right outside of this little stone building. So just go through all of Alvina's dialogue, click yes whenever she asks you a question, join up, get the ring, and that will make Shiva and Shiva's bodyguard appear. It's going to be one of the items we're going to get in this area before we leave. That's going to be super helpful, at least to you. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but be helpful to you out there. It's the Flippy Ninja Ring. So the Flippy Ninja Ring, I think it's called the Wood Grain Ring, will give you more iframes on your dodge, on your roll. So talking to her here, and we're going to end up going out to Shiva, who should be right outside this building now that we joined the Covenant. There's Shiva, really cool character, really cool merchant. Has like the washing pole and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to make it to where he's not hostile. We're going to go to Oswald and request absolution and then rejoin the Covenant, and that's how you do that. He will attack you after you kill his bodyguard, but just don't kill him, you know. Kick the bodyguard off the cliff, which is what we're going to do here in a second. It's just exhausting dialogue. I'm trying to actually do like all achievements, get all kinds of stuff in this game, like do my best to see everything and stuff. So I'm not gonna. You may not be doing that. You just want to hurry up and get the Flippy Ninja Ring. Just kick the bodyguard off the cliff, kill Shiva, and you'll have it. But I'm going to make sure that he doesn't want to kill me after this. So yeah, just exhausting his dialogue right here. But we're gonna go over to the ninja. We're gonna do the same thing we did to Laurentius in Firelink Shrine to get the Ring of Favor and Protection, and get another cool ring by kicking the bodyguard off the cliff. As soon as you do that, Shiva's going to become hostile, so I would recommend running away and then quitting out. So I'm going to do that right now. And Shiva's trying to attack us. We run away, putting in 2x speed right here. I'm just going to let you know anytime I put it in 2x speed. I'm trying to show you everything, but not make you watch like me run slowly away from Shiva. So we run away from Shiva far enough that he's not on us anymore, and then we quit out. Same thing you do with Laurentius to get the Ring of Favor and Protection. We're going to load back into the game. That will make the ring appear. So that's what we're doing. Getting away from Shiva so he's not trying to attack us. Quitting out. That'll make the ring appear. And then we're going to run back over, grab the ring, and then just get the crap, you know, and get out of there. Don't be killing Shiva. You can if you want, though. Like, it's up to you what you want to do. I'm trying to see everything, get everything in the game this time. And I don't want to have to kill him because I want to see him as a merchant in Blighttown later. That's what's up with Shiva. So you make Shiva appear by talking to Alvina, joining Covenant, and then if you don't kill Shiva, then later on in Blighttown he'll be there under the water wheel as a merchant. He has like the washing pole and some other cool items that you can't get anywhere else, you know. So we go back to the bonfire. We're sitting down. And that'll like clear his aggro, put him back to where he was. And I'm just gonna show you the ring here. You got to take off some of your equipment to I think with remastered, they fixed I feel like with the ninja ring, with the wood grain ring, with the flippy ring, you used to be able to use it even if you're wearing like full havels or something. Like, didn't matter how heavy you were, you could use the flippy ninja ring. But I think in remastered they fixed that to where you have to have a certain amount of equipment load. It can't be too heavy to get under a certain amount, and then you can use the wood grain ring. So I'm gonna take off some of my armor here and show you what it does. So let's take off just everything. Got the ring on, and now we do like a little cartwheel flip thing, and it has more iframes. So anytime you're fighting something and you want to be dodging and flipping and rolling, good time to use this ring, and it'll give you a little bit more iframes for that dodge if you want it. Now here we are by Oswald. We're going to request absolution. It does cost quite a bit. I think it's like 500 souls per level that you are, because it was 26,000 for me. I'm level 52, so it's something like that. But it's worth it if you want to have Shiva as a merchant later in Blighttown. If you don't care, then don't do this. Don't waste the souls. Just let them hate you. I'm probably going to kill the ghosts in the future anyway, but I don't know. I'm trying to see everything, so this is a way you can get Shiva off you. And then you can rejoin the Covenant, and everything will be fine again. They'll all like you again, even though you just killed their bodyguard and stole his ring. They will all like you again if you go request absolution from Oswald. So like right now, they still hate me because I haven't rejoined their covenant yet. As soon as I killed that bodyguard, it like kicked me out of the covenant. But then I request absolution, I come back, and I can talk to Alvina again, rejoin, and everything should be good. We can talk to Shiva. He doesn't hate us anymore. So that's one thing we wanted to grab before we get out of here and go harder places, is let's get that wood grain ring and have the ability to, have extra iframes on our flip if we want to. Alright, here's another thing, another little cheesy thing, another little like, hey, let's use our bow and arrow, let's get stuff stuck on the environment. It's these crystal golems here by the Hydra. Another thing in this garden that I want to do before we get out of here is kill the Hydra, get Dusk. I want to get something from her too. So we're going to shoot bow and arrow. These guys can't get up here. It's pretty funny. Back in 2x speed, because you don't need to see me shoot every single arrow in normal speed. But if you stand right here and you pull the crystal golems, they can't get up and hit you. You can just keep hitting them with bow and arrow, and they can't get up to you. So if you're having any kind of trouble with these dudes, maybe the Hydra spitting at you while you're trying to kill them, or you're just not able to dodge or block very well, you can just do this and you won't lose any Estus, you won't lose any health. You're just using a little bit of arrows, you're killing them. It's another cheesy thing, man. Killing something where it can't even touch you, and it's just a matter of time, and they're going to die. So shoot them with bow and arrows from here, and they can't get up to you. It's pretty funny. Alright, for the last one, I want to show you a little bit of other kind of cheese you can do here. You can make the Hydra, you can do a little bit of friendly fire. So we're going to lure this one out into the middle, and then we're going to lure the Hydra to spit at us. And then the spit will hit the crystal golem and kill it. So it's pretty funny. They got friendly fire on. And yeah, just kind of like run to the left. Boom, bang, he's dead. So that was pretty cool too. Just wanted to show that. Now we're going to fight the Hydra because we want to get Dusk, who has something we want for later once again. Just like the Flippy Ninja Ring, we want to get something for later. I do have a little bit of trouble with this fight. Just at the beginning, I get hit with the spit a few times. But I do find a nice little cheesy spot to stand where it can't hit me and I can hit it. So we're going to cheese this Hydra a little bit too. And at the beginning of the fight, doesn't show it very well because I got to get all set up here. But eventually I'm going to get into a spot where only one head can hit me. I chop the head off, and now none of them can hit me, but I can hit the Hydra. So, another little cheesy fight killing this Hydra. You saw I died once. I fell off the edge of the, I fell. Gravity killed me. It wasn't the Hydra. But if you stand right here on the edge, like in the corner on these rocks, none of the heads can hit you except for one. So if you chop the one off, chop the one head off that can actually hit you, nothing else can hit you if you stand right here. So I think it hit me once, but I think I chop off. Like I got to get in the right spot, basically. So once we get like right, and get up there. Okay, I had to chop another head. I think I didn't chop the one head off yet, or something. You gotta chop one or two heads off, and then it can't hit you. Might be two. Now that I look at it, I think you gotta chop two heads off, and then you can stand here, and they can't hit you anymore. And then you can use your bow and arrow and just aim at the heads from there and kill them with bow and arrow. So let's see that. Alright, back in 2x because I'm about to be just shooting bow and arrow at this Hydra from a very safe spot. So we chopped off two of its heads, and now it can't hit us while we stand right here. So we're just going to find a nice spot where we can hit one of the heads and just keep shooting, shooting, shooting. So you might miss a couple shots, but if you just keep it in the same spot, you're going to hit them most of the time. So just keep firing. Find a good spot where you're hitting the head, and just keep firing until it dies. It doesn't even really take that many hits. With our bow and arrow, it takes like maybe 5 or 6 or 7 hits to knock one of the heads off. So just doing that over and over and over. Chop two heads off, stand in the spot where they can't hit us anymore, get out your bow and arrow, and just shoot off the rest of the heads. Pretty safe way. Now you might have to use a little bit of Estus just to get to this spot, and then you might have to use a little bit of Estus to cut off the 2 heads. But once you get that done, you won't get hit again. So there is one head here that's like kind of in the wall, and I wasn't able to hit it with bow and arrow. So you do have to eventually step back out and chop off one more head. But I don't know, what has it got, like six heads or something? We end up being able to get half of them from a spot where it can't even hit us. So eventually I realized I can't hit it. It's in the wall. So I'm gonna have to come over here a little bit, make the Hydra move a little bit, and then get that head out of the wall. I'll try to shoot it a couple more times. You probably could hit it with bow and arrow from there as well, but it would take a minute. So eventually I just get out my sword. I'm like, all right, where's it gonna lunge? Let's figure out where it lunges, and then we'll hit it with our sword. But kind of like a half cheese, semi-cheese for the Hydra. You could, I think, shoot it from very far away with your bow and arrow and kill it too, like later on maybe if you get the Hawk Ring or something, but let's kill it now and get what we want to get from Dusk. Dragon Scale, Dusk Crown Ring, and like a lot of soul. I think we get like 40,000 souls or something crazy, right? Or maybe not. 5,000, whatever. But now we have access to Dusk, whose body is laying right there in the water. I think that's her body. So we're going to go run over by the waterfall. Got it on 2x speed again. We ran over by the waterfall. We ran past the waterfall. We ran past the ladder. And over here in this little corner, we have this golden crystal golem thing. And inside of this thing is Dusk. You can kind of see her. If you look at the crystal on top, you can kind of see her in there. She's trapped in the golem. So we're going to kill that. That frees her. And we want something that she has for later. Might as well get it now while we're over here. Are we going to come back here different... Like, hey, do you guys go do Ornstein and Smo and get the... and then come all the way back and kill Sif? Do you go to Anne Orlando and then come all the way back and get the Flippy Ninja Ring? Do you go like way somewhere else and then come back and do Dusk? Like, I'm already over here, so I'm going to just do all these things right now, knock them out, so I don't have to come back over here if I don't want. But we got Dusk, we talked to her, we sent her, now she's going to appear back where the Hydra was, back where her body is, so we're running back over there now. Running back over, running back past the ladder, running back past the waterfall. And we're just going to head back over to the Hydra area. There is a summon sign on the ground now. I'm not 100% sure if you have to be human or not. So before you come fight the Hydra, you might want to be human just in case, but I don't know. She's a different kind of summon sign. She's just a merchant. She's not going to like fight with you or fight for you or anything like that. But the thing that we're looking for that she has, first of all, we're going to learn her gesture, proper bow. But purchase item, we're going to get Cast Light. We're going to use Cast Light later in the Tomb of the Giants. Later on, after we, do Anne Orlando, and we have to go kill like the Four Kings and Gravelord Nito and Seath and the Bed of Chaos, you're eventually going to have to head to the Tomb of the Giants, and it's super dark there. And there's other ways to like light it up, but the other ways kind of suck. Like the Skull Lantern, you have to go into the dark to go get it, and then once you have it, you have to equip it and like shine it out. It kind of sucks. So I like to do Cast Light. So I like to grab Cast Light off of Dusk while I'm over here, and grab a Catalyst off her too. And then later on, when we're in the Tomb of the Giants, we can just cast it on herself. Boom. It lights up the whole area. It's super nice. Alright, so we bought it. We got it. It's cool. So make sure you have enough intelligence. Make sure you can use a Catalyst. Make sure you can at least do Cast Light, even if you're not going to do Sorcery. Because the other ways to like light up Tomb of the Giants kind of sucks. And that's the best way to do it. It's the most convenient way, and we can get it before we even go there. Alright, one more thing before we get out of here. We might as well kill Sif. We're going to need the ring to go and fight the Four Kings. So there's no like super cheese with Sif, but I do have some good strategy for beginners and stuff in this fight. So thought I'd go ahead and show the Sif fight too, to help y'all out with that if you need it. I'm just trying to show like the little highlights, the cheesy highlights of this run. I'm not trying to show you every single kill in every single area, but anytime like I kill a boss, I might show you the boss fight. So here we have Sif jumping down. Beginning of the fight, I try to cheese him by using this gravestone in the middle to like, use the environment once again, use our bow and arrow, maybe try to poison Sif. Doesn't work out. So, I mean, that might be cool if you have like pyromancy or sorcery. If you have really good range, you might want to try to use the gravestone there to keep them like off you a little bit. His sword goes through the gravestone, so you can't just stand right on the other side of it. You kind of have to stand back a little bit. But it works, it kind of works. So I wanted to show this just for a second. So you see I'm trying to keep the gravestone between me and Sif. And then I get out my bow and arrow. And I try to poison Sif, but I guess Sif can't be poisoned. If Sif was able to be poisoned, if I was a little bit faster, if I had thought ahead a little bit more, I probably could have made this work. But, you know, there's another strategy for Sif that's pretty good too that I'll show you here in a second. But just trying ranged, see if this would work. There's another boss in the game you can do this with later that it works way better. But just trying to use that gravestone to... Because Sif can't walk through the gravestone, can't jump over the gravestone. It's just like the sword goes through it, so you can't be like right on the other side of it. So eventually I get hit pretty hard, and I'm like, alright, we're just going to fight him the normal way. I couldn't poison Sif. My bow and arrow is not doing too much damage. I don't have sorcery. I don't have pyromancy yet. So let's fight Sif the traditional way, which here's the advice for the Sif boss fight. It's pretty simple. When you're rolling, roll towards Sif. Don't roll away, don't roll to the side, roll towards Sif. The ultimate goal in the Sif fight is to get under Sif's belly. He can't hit you when you're under his belly. If you're behind him, he can do like a move where he jumps up and swings his sword behind him. If you're in front of him, he can swing his sword and hit you from super far away if you're in front of him. Can't even just be under his head. You kind of have to be under his stomach. So anytime he swings at you, just roll through it and roll towards him. So that's the best advice I can give for the Sif boss fight, is when you're rolling his attacks, roll towards him and try to stay close. So try to stay close to Sif, roll towards him, and try to be like under his stomach. And just when you're under his stomach, go ham with your weapon. So you roll through and then hit him while you're under his stomach, basically. So we're going to roll through, watch. Didn't get hit, bang. And we're under him, boom, dead. So that's the best advice I can give for Sif. So you could try the gravestone thing, keep the gravestone between you and Sif, and if you have pyromancy or sorcery or something, or a really good bow, you could try that. But the main way to kill Sif is to roll towards him, roll into him, get under him, and don't roll away, don't roll to the side, don't be far away. Be close, roll into him, try to be under his stomach, and then hit him. So that was 40,000 souls, and now we got the ring for the 4 kings. We don't have to come back later. Alright, right here I want to show you a weapon that you can get before you go to the catacombs that will help you down in the catacombs. So we're going to head this way. Firelink Shrine is where we're at. We're going to the elevator that takes you down to New Londo. We also are going to cheese the enemy that's guarding this weapon too. So we head down the elevator. You might want to send it back up once you get down here just in case you die or something. But I think I bone out once I get this item. But another item we're going to grab before heading to the catacombs. I'm trying to like do everything like I said. So recently like Rhea was in Firelink with Vince and Nico, and then I talked to everybody, and then Petrus was like, we're going blah 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 on a mission, and then they left, but he didn't, or he comes back and he's like, oh, I failed her, and then she gets stuck, right? So we need to go to the catacombs, talk to Patches, do all his stuff, have him kick us off, you know, talk to her, save her from Vince and Nico, send her back to the parish, and then we gotta like do that part where Petrus and Rhea are both there, and we gotta like kill Petrus before he kills Rhea. So I'm trying to do that whole quest line. So I'm getting all set up here to go to the catacombs, and here's a weapon you can get. Go down here, go to this dragon, and don't wake it up, don't hit it, just go up here on this ledge, and now it can't hit you. So if you have, whatever you have, you're any kind of range. I'm just going to use bow and arrow. I'll speed it up for you, though. So just stand up on this ledge, the dragon can't hit you, and you can just shoot it in the head with bow and arrow over and over and over, with arrows over and over and over. If you have pyromancy, throw pyromancy. If you have sorcery, do sorcery. If you have, whatever, any kind of range that does damage, go for it. But I have a ton of arrows. I'm trying poisoned arrows for a little bit, but it's like a poisonous dragon, so it's not going to get poisoned. Not everything can be poisoned. Sif couldn't be poisoned. This thing can't be poisoned. But a lot of stuff in the game can be poisoned. So I switch back to large arrows. Bang, bang, bang. And we're killing it without any danger. Cheesing it. We cheese this dragon. So a few things in this video are cheese, like that right there. So down goes the dragon. We get 3,000 souls, a dragon scale. And then we're going to grab these items. another useful item for the future, Astora's Straight Sword. So that sword has like a divine property, and in the Catacombs, the skeletons will come back to life. You'll kill them in the Catacombs, and they'll come back to life, unless you kill their Pyromancer, who's usually a little bit further in. So the easier way to do it is to take the Astora's Straight Sword or some weapon with the divine property, and if you kill the skeletons with that, they stay down, and you don't have to worry about it. So recommend go grab the Astora's Straight Sword, maybe upgrade it a little bit, and then go to the Catacombs, and you won't have to worry about the skeletons coming back to life. So you have to have a certain amount of faith though to use it. I think like 14 faith. So make sure you have, you'll get the weapon, and then make sure you can use it. Maybe go level it up a little bit before you go down to the Catacombs. But yeah, in this one I'm also going to show you the way to skip all the way to the boss in the Catacombs without even having to go through the Catacombs. See, it says I can't use it right now. I'd have to level up my faith a little bit. I think it's like 14 faith you need. Yeah. So I would need 14 faith to actually wield it properly, and I've done that before. But that sword supposedly is not very good. So it's not one you're going to want to use past, like, it's just for that. It's just to get through the Catacombs, and then you stop using it. But you could level it up a little bit so it's a little bit better down there. But now I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the skip on how to get through the Catacombs easily. Alright, here we are heading down into the Catacombs. I'm not using the Astora's Straight Sword. I didn't feel like leveling up, and I'm going to fight through everything anyway. I don't really care. But if I was using it, these skeletons would not come back to life. I'm using my Black Knight sword. I wanted to get this on the video. Maybe I'll go level up the Astora's Straight Sword and get faith for it before I actually do the Catacombs. But I just wanted to show y'all the skip here. It's the last thing I show. But you gotta do this beginning part. So you gotta kill these skeletons. Right now they're gonna resurrect. So it's kind of tough without the Astora's Straight Sword. But we're going to go kill the Pyromancer, light the bonfire, open the way to the Catacombs, and then there's a skip you can do to go all the way to the boss without fighting through the level. So I'm going to show you all that. Right now, just trying to not die. Trying to not die while I make it to the bonfire, while I make it to the switch, while I make it to their Pyromancer. And it got pretty close. But yeah, that's why I recommend the Astora's Straight Sword, so they'll stay dead and they won't keep resurrecting. Because it can get hairy, man. Try the Catacombs without a divine weapon. Try it without killing the Pyromancers. It's super hard. The skeletons just keep coming back and coming back and coming back. Now watch this Pyromancer. Don't let him like fire some pyromancy at you. Boom, killed him in one shot. Now the skeletons will stay down. So they get back up, but we can kill them now for good. At least the ones in this area. There's like a radius. So there's several Pyromancers throughout the Catacombs. And we're able to now kill the ones in the radius of that first Pyromancer. So we're going to light up this bonfire. And we got to kill this skeleton. I can't sit at it yet because there's one more skeleton there. Okay, we're going to sit at the bonfire. And then we need to hit the switch there to open the way. I don't know if I do that right away or not. I think I go up here and kill the skeletons first. I forgot to hit the switch pretty much. But let's kill the skeletons. Get them out of our way. You kind of do want to get rid of all the skeletons up until the shortcut, because we don't want anything like hitting us while we're trying to do these very specific drop downs we got to do to skip the whole Catacombs. So I want to kill all the skeletons before the drop. So we open the way, we hit the switch. Now we're going to run over here. And what I would recommend is to kill this Pyromancer with bow and arrow. I think it takes me a minute, so let me see here. Yeah, it takes me a minute to get them to come out, but I'm standing on the edge right here. Nothing's attacking me. None of the skeletons are coming after me, and I'm going to start shooting him with bow and arrow. You can see him over there from here. So kill him first, and then the skeletons will stay down, and you won't have to deal with them resurrecting. Because this is the Pyromancer for the next area, the next radius of skeletons. So we get them killed, and now these ones will stay down. That way we can take our time with our skip. Instead of just having to YOLO it, we can take our time. So I'm going to kill these skeletons so I can take my time. I haven't done this skip in a while anyway. I usually like to fight through the Catacombs. There's a lot of cool stuff in there. And there's like the quest line with Patches and Rhea and stuff. So I usually don't like to skip through the catacombs, but this is the way you could if you really wanted to. Go at least get the Rite of Kindling, which is the ultimate prize for the catacombs. Makes it to where you can kindle bonfires further, get more Estus, like 20 Estus or something from each bonfire instead of like 10 or 15. So it's a really good thing to get early in the game. That way you have more Estus flasks later for bosses. We just got to find the right spot where we're going to drop down. I think it's actually across the bridge. Go right here, and then you flip down to that little ledge down there. It's pretty easy. I did it on my first try. So we're just going to flip down to that little ledge. So cross the first bridge, turn around, look back the way you came, and flip down to this ledge. Perfectly fine. I still have 3 whole bubs of health there. Now these skulls, exploding skulls will come over. Make sure you don't get blown off the edge or something. So I'm going to let them all blow themselves up. Because like I said, I haven't done this one in a while, and I was just trying to make sure I had it right. So I'm going to let all these skulls explode. And then I'm going to jump down again. It's only 2 drops. It's really not that hard or that far. Do you see where that glowing symbol is? So if you're human, you'll be able to see that summon sign of Leroy. You can just jump towards that summoning sign, land on this ledge, and you're good to go. You pretty much got the skip. Then if you want to, you could summon him. You know, you might have to fight a couple bone wheel skeletons down there, but you can summon him, kill a couple bone wheel skeletons, and then you'll have him to help you fight Pinwheel. Which Pinwheel's super easy. I know people, it's like a laugh and a meme that he's so easy and whatnot. So you probably don't need Leroy, but another thing just to make it even easier. So you skip, bang, we're all the way down, and pretty much here's the boss fog right up ahead. We might have a couple bone wheel skeletons on us, but there's the skip. Pretty simple, right? So go across that first bridge. Don't, turn around, look back the way you came, and then roll down to the ledge that you see. And then from there, it's pretty simple. You just jump down to the summon sign that you see if you're human, which is Leroy's summon sign. And then you just drop all the way down to where the bone wheel skeletons are. So it's like